Me, 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 me,
me. Ooh, little whistle. Welcome back to another episode of Music Mondays.
That was not on pitch, Taylor. God.
This week is episode, what, 39?
39.
Almost 40. We're almost hitting
Almost
our midlife
40
crisis.
years old.
Yeah.
I've hit that. I hit that. My phone's
I hit it last week at 21 years old.
I'm hitting it today because I'm just a little bit hungover, and I also had therapy this morning. So there's a lot going on with me right now.
I don't have any excuses. I'm just depressed.
So anyway, this week we're doing Kehlani.
Kehlani.
Oh, I
You're
really
on the
like
Wild
this
Wild.
album.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
It is really good. Kehlani can do no wrong,
You're right.
in my personal opinion.
All right. So should I talk a little bit about her?
Yeah.
This is so long
Give me
because
the
I
deets.
copied and pasted it from Wikipedia. That's
Oh.
why it's so long.
I'm glad.
Because I just copied and pasted whole sentences. So she's 23.
Okay. That's
Hol-
unnecessary.
Holy
for her to
like
flex on me
you
like
don't
that.
have to attack me like that.
Shouldn't have to flex on me like that.
Yeah. And okay, so she's from Oakland, California. God, give me strength to get through this. Okay. I don't know how to speak words.
That sounded fine. You said
I
Oakland,
said
California.
she's California. Anyway, so she's from Oakland, California, and during her teenage years, she attended the Oakland School for the Arts, where she initially was like really into dance. She didn't really sing or anything, and she wanted to train as a dancer at Juilliard, but she got a knee injury, and that's in middle school, which is when she started music.
Oh.
Yeah, so her mom was a drug addict, and so was her dad. Her dad died, and her mom was in prison, so she lived with her aunt, that's really sad, but at least she had this aunt. But that's where she was exposed to a lot of R&B and neo-soul, such as like Lauryn Hill, Jill Scott, Erykah Badu. I'm sorry, I butchered that. And that's who she says kind of like her musical influence. When she was 14, she was recruited to join a local pop cover band, Pop Life. She was with a Y. That is super cool in early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
So they placed fourth in America's Got Talent, and the judge, I don't remember which one. I think it was like Piers Morgan or something. Said she was very talented, but she didn't need the group behind her. So after that, she left Pop Life, but it wasn't because of what he said. There was like a lot of issues, and she stopped doing music for 6 months because she was afraid that the group's management would sue her. I don't know. I didn't get details of what happened. And then in 2012 and 2013, she was homeless, just kind of like couch hopping. And then she moved to LA her senior year of high school. And Nick Cannon asked her to be a part of this rap group, but she didn't like the direction, so she left that and moved back to Oakland, where she still was not doing great. She was like stealing a lot just to try to like make money. But then she released her first solo track, Anti-Summer Love, on SoundCloud, and Nick Cannon called her back and gave her an apartment in LA, and then signed her up for studio time where she released her first mixtape, Cloud 19, in 2014. And then started like being an opener. So she opened for like G-Eazy, and then later in 2015 she released her second mixtape, You Should Be Here, which like was a chart topper. So
Yeah, and You Should Be Here has a lot of big names on it. Chance the Rapper, BJ the Chicago Kid.
Yep.
I guess those are the only big names on it. I mean, I
But
don't
I
know how
mean,
big Lexi and
she wasn't big when this happened, so like the
Right.
fact that she had those names on there.
Yeah, and I mean that's super in Chance's, like that was Chance's MO. He hops on with artists that are up and coming, like No Name and Kehlani and stuff like that.
Yeah. So yeah, on Spotify she has 20.2 million monthly listeners, and she's 88th in the world, and then about 2.3 million followers.
It's wild.
That's a lot of people. So
I hopped onto her during her Sweet Sexy Savage era. That album is so good. Do you like that album?
I haven't listened to it. I've never really listened to her a lot.
Oh.
This isn't really my like
Yeah.
area of expertise and knowledge, but
You would like her song Honey. It's a beautiful song. I I don't know. I think Sweet Sexy Savage is a great album. It's really long. It's 19 tracks, so it's basically 2 albums. But that was in 2017. She released that. It's so good.
Mm-hmm. Is this album? Hey.
Wow.
Is this album her second or third studio album?
This is her. It's her
Third?
It's her third full-length album.
Okay. What?
There's someone bouncing around up there. So 2015 was You Should Be Here. And I would consider, I mean, I know she said it's a mixtape, but I would consider it a full-length album.
Oh my god.
Wow. Do kids live?
Yeah, I think so. For any of you that didn't
Do
know, our
kids
studio is
live?
in the basement of a dorm
Yeah.
building. All male to make it worse.
Yeah.
So.
But then Sweet Sexy Savage was 2017.
Yeah, someone, yeah.
Oh, probably cat hair. And then now While We Wait, and it's her shortest one. It's only 9 tracks.
Yeah, I did think it was quite short, but
Every time Love Language ends, I expect it to go into another song, and then I'm like, oh, it's over.
I think, speaking of, that's a good segue into our faves. I think that one was probably my favorite. I also really liked Butterfly. I liked the kind of
Yeah.
stripped back production of that song.
I like both of those. I really like Footsteps as well. And Too Deep.
Yeah. Yeah. I just, like, the only thing I didn't really love is, like, I don't love rap. So sometimes it got a little too far into the, like, oh, this isn't, like, not really what I just listened to for fun, you know?
Ty Dolla $ign is not good.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Nights Like This is a great song until Ty Dolla $ign hops on, and I'm like, oh, I don't like it
That was
anymore.
kind of my thing. It's like, then, like, the features would come in, and I'd be like, well, this was okay.
See, I'm okay with Music Soul Child and Dom Kennedy, and even
Six Lack.
God. People, like, really
Six
get
Lack.
I don't know who
I don't
really,
know who
not
any
really
of
on
those
his
people.
team.
I know who Six Lack is only because people call him Six Lack on Twitter. I don't know anything about them. But like, there was nothing on his album that I was like, oh, I don't like that. It was just like, this isn't my genre, so it's not like.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like is Ty Dolla $ign's verse. That's literally it. Because I liked Music Soul Child and Dom Kennedy and Six Lack's features. Something fun about her. She's bi.
Kehlani?
And that's why in I think in Butterfly, is it? Or it's either Butterfly or Love Language. She doesn't say boy or girl when she's like addressing the person. I think it's Love Language.
Nice. That's
She's
cool.
like, hey you, instead of like, hey girl or hey boy.
Yeah.
She's like, hey you. Well, then y'all love language.
Who is she with right now?
I'm unsure.
I'm just curious, because I know she's going to have a baby.
Let's see.
Mama Kehlani.
Kehlani Baby Daddy is the third most popular.
Good.
It's her guitarist.
Oh. Nice. Bless you.
Thank you. That was a weird sneeze. That's cute.
Congrats, Kehlani. I know you're watching this because we're superstars. But
Young White is her guitarist, who she's been exchanging affectionate social media messages publicly for months now. In fact, immediately after announcing her pregnancy, she commented, "Hey Dad," beneath one of his Instagram pictures.
Aw. Nice.
Wanted to detail about what makes her relationship work and why they planned her pregnancy. When I found out I can get a break from touring, because I've been primarily a touring artist, that's when I planned it for this time. It was planned, so we had a short time frame of actually having to have sex every day, and we were excited that it didn't start feeling like a chore. I started dating women before I ever dated men. Then I was lucky to find a partner who was a bisexual male, and he really understands my queerness and my fluidity, and I really understand his. It's very awesome to be understood, she explained.
That's really nice.
She has a tattoo on her clavicle, like the little dip in your clavicle here, and right in the middle of your neck says fluid.
Nice. I'm proud of you guys, and I'm happy for you. I love you. Since you're watching this, Kehlani, again.
Yeah,
But-
she's cool.
Also, speaking in more album turns, the production on this album
It's really good.
is so fucking good.
I feel like it falls in line with the rest of her albums, the rest of her music, especially Sweet. Like, it sounds very similar to the Sweet Sexy Savage kind of instrumentation and everything, but she took it up a notch, and I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's very good. It's like it's in a sweet spot. It's just enough. And I also do like how Butterfly didn't have like the it's not techno, but like the techy versions of sounds.
Yeah.
Just a nice little touch. Not that I didn't like the other production, all that kind of stuff, but like I was like, oh, this is just a good little.
The only thing I didn't like about Butterfly is when after she does her it like does the ooh, like she goes like too low, like out of her register, and it gets like cracky and weird, and I think it was a choice.
Yeah.
But I think it was the wrong choice.
Yeah. in my professional opinion.
In my professional opinion.
Oh my god, Megan, so trying to explain to Megan like soprano, alto, tenor, bass, like that breakdown, she never can remember the order of what they go in. And she has a deeper voice and she has like a low register. I mean, she's not a singer, but like, you know, she goes, what?
I think they're bowling.
Happening. God. We were sitting at the kitchen table and she goes, I'm a soprano, right? And I was like, no. And she goes, what about now? And I was like, you didn't know I could do whistle notes? That's it. That's the whole story.
Okay.
It's her birthday. Happy birthday, Megan.
Happy birthday.
Little shout out for you. But that's all. That was a little sidebar of nothing. So.
Kehlani's an angel. Like, she's like the sweet angel baby. Everyone likes her. I'm gonna go to her Instagram.
I like her. I've known of her, but I've never. I'm like, where have I been?
Wow, While We Wait is number 4 on iTunes albums.
Nice.
It was Offset's Father 4, Gunna's Drip or Drown 2. Wow, that was really hard for me to read. Drip or Drown 2. And then Thank You Next was number 3, and then While We Wait is number 4.
Nice. Pitchfork gave her a 7.6.
Nice.
The Oakland's R&B singer's latest project is a shining example of both her emotional intelligence and her balmy, lucid songwriting. Nice.
Yeah,
also, this is not
gorgeous.
She is.
Look at her.
I'm like, how does your skin look that good? My skin.
Wow.
Oh,
that was a good one.
That shook. Like, what the fuck are they doing?
It's gonna be really funny.
It shook. It's our monitor is crooked now.
It was crooked before.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
I don't even think that we'd had an earthquake. Let me have this one. I want to do like on every time Katya touches Trixie's arm, just you know.
Aww. She posted on Max, what would have been his birthday, a text chain. I assume it's between her and Mac. If it's a boy, the name Malcolm is so solid. Just saying, powerful, strong name. Lots of powerful Malcolms in the world, she said. Happy birthday, Duty. Wish you could meet her. Love you. Man, his
sad.
death really shook, like,
Yeah.
the entire music industry.
Yeah.
Oh, she has a little Yorkie. I love this picture of her in her overalls.
Mm-hmm. She's just so cool. Like,
She's
she's effortlessly cool.
Yeah, her tats are sick, too.
Mm-hmm. There was a whole Wikipedia section of just tattoos. It's like, nice. Has she had her baby yet?
No.
No.
She's, like, really big, though. Like, her belly is huge.
Like, it's like any second there will be a child.
Yeah.
Ugh. I'm really happy for her. I don't understand when people ever have children. It's gross.
Ugh. Yeah. No thanks.
No, thank
No thank you. Whoa, that was me. Tried to scoot forward in my chair. Yeah.
I'm sorry for anybody that had headphones on while they heard that.
Has spent a whole week at number 1 on both iTunes United States and Apple Music United States. Apple, the R&B and soul charts.
Nice.
Pitchfork says this is Kehlani's strongest, most distilled release.
It's very good. The lyrics are very good too.
Oh, I guess they called this a mixtape as well.
Why? Because it only has 9 songs on it?
I suppose. I mean, is she signed?
I think so, yeah.
She might not be.
No, she's signed to Atlantic Records.
Huh.
So. Oh, I don't know how any of that works, to be honest. Like, what's the difference, you know?
Couldn't tell you.
I like to pretend that I know that there's that I know the difference. I don't.
I'm just glad I'm one of the few people that knows the difference between an LP and an EP. Seems like nobody can fucking grasp that.
Mm-hmm. Everything is a mixtape.
Everything is
your
songs.
visual album mixtape. Lemonade. I'm just calling you out.
Speaking of visual album, Lemonade. Miss Solange.
Guess what we're doing next week?
Yeah.
Solange dropped an album today.
There's a lot of songs.
You know what else got dropped today? Jonas Brothers.
Oh yes.
Sucker.
Did you watch the video?
No, but we left Cactus last night at like 12:30, and we got in the car. I mean, that's plug.
I'm like upset by how good it is.
It's very good.
Also, if I could travel back in time and tell my 12-year-old self the Jonas Brothers will get even hotter, I probably would have imploded on site.
Yeah. Did you see the thing? They were like, how the tables have turned. They like redid it.
They redid their mind.
Yes. But no, next week we're doing When I Get Home by Solange.
19 songs.
Yeah, 19. That is not a mixtape.
Oh, that is a full-length album.
That's a big boy. But yeah, that's what we're doing next week for our big 40th birthday. So
I like that she has a similar album cover to her 2016 album, Seat at the Table.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even know that it happened until I got on Instagram and Beyonce was like, she just posted just the album cover and was like, now.
I saw a tweet that had screen grabs from a Beyonce music video and a Solange music video. And it said, how can one womb have so much power?
Yeah. For real. Honestly, their mom is...
So, this album has 19 songs, but it's only 39 minutes.
Yeah, I'm wondering if a lot of these are like interludes or something.
There are a lot of, there's 2 songs and then an interlude. Or she has an intermission.
Yeah.
A lot of interludes.
It's not all that long.
Yeah.
But.
So yeah. Good harmony.
That was beautiful.
I don't know. I feel like this always happens. We like an album, then we're like, cool.
We talked about it.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's not a whole lot else to say about her. She's really super dope.
And I feel like garbage, and I'm so sorry that I'm not fun today. I feel bad.
Kehlani.
Should I give an update on my anxiety class?
I suppose, if you'd like.
So, you remember how I said I go to that anxiety class? Well, I went to the first one, and they told me that I should try deep breathing. And so I was like, okay. And then yesterday was the second one. There's 3.
You just didn't go.
I woke up this morning, and I went, well, I forgot to do that. I just forgot to go, and now I have to pay a $25 no-show fee, so that's cool. And then I go to actual therapy this morning, and I said, can you take me off that? I'm not going to go to that third one. It's not, so you could say it's going really well. Learning a lot of really good and useful tools on how to manage things. I have sweaty hands a lot, so don't touch me. That's it. That's my story. Thank you. Goodbye.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
All right, should we close this bitch out already? It's been a quick episode.
Yeah.
I like that you look over there as if you would be able to read how long we've been recording.
Oh, I saw Jake last night, by the way.
Yeah?
I gave him a hug. Yep. Mm-hmm.
It was somebody's 21st birthday.
Mm-hmm. But that's it. I just wanted to say I saw Jake last night. Hi, Jake.
He he tweeted, "I'm worrying everyone with my power at the club" or something. And I
Yeah.
was like, that makes sense.
It's okay. I worry people too because I just yell
Thrash.
at people touching me.
You sent a candid photo, and it said, "Candid photo of me as someone I don't know rubbed their butt against my
their
front."
whole ass.
Yeah.
I was sitting at one of those tables.
Yes.
There is ample space behind me, and this man scoots past me and rubs his whole ass like across my back. And I took the picture like and I was
Your
like,
mouth was as open as humanly possible.
It was disgusting. It was a lot of men bumping into me, but then I would literally like push
Body
them back.
slam them?
Yeah.
That's
and
always
then
fun.
I walk into the parking lot and like Caroline and Megan's college mentor's friend was there. She doesn't she knows me, but not like she doesn't know the inside.
Yeah.
And so I walk out into the parking lot. I put my hands out and I say, "If you are a man and you're not Luke, don't ever touch me." And I screamed that in the parking lot. And Lindsay, their friend, goes, "Oh." And everyone's like, "It's okay." She does this. She
Just let her have it.
Yeah.
Let her have her moment.
Mm-hmm. I do. When I drink the
When I the drink the
when I the
liquids.
drink the liquids, then the cup. With all of the inner comes out,
Mm-hmm.
and I just start yelling.
When I drink, I'm like,
Yeah, it starts out being like, "I'm having so much fun, and I'm not afraid to dance badly," and then I'm like, "Don't touch me!" Ah! Oh, pretty much, yeah.
I love
But-
that. I love when you're at Cactus and you're dancing and you're just looking around. I mean, I don't know if you do this. I look around while I dance and I'll make eye contact with people, typically men. And then I get scared and I smile. And then they take that as an invitation. And I say, absolutely fucking not. Please leave me alone.
Some guy came up behind Caroline last night. We're in our circle. And he goes, "Can I dance with you?" And apparently he had his hand on her butt. And she was like,
No.
"No." And he's like, "Why?" And she goes, "Well, it's my friend's birthday, so we're kind of just having a girls' night out." He goes, "Doesn't mean you can't dance with us." She goes, "No. Go away." I don't know exactly what she said to him, but that's what he said. He's like, "Doesn't mean you can't dance with us." And that's why women feel unsafe in public. Men. I'm not going to go down that road. I don't need to get on my soapbox right now. I have a headache. I don't want to make it worse. But anyway, yeah. It's just, men are just the fucking worst.
Yeah, basically.
And it's even worse when you have serious problems about people touching you.
Yeah.
So, there are very few people in my life that are allowed to touch me without having a long conversation about it first. Very few.
Yeah. I do a lot of this to people. Or if I have a rapport with somebody, I might as I'm passing them, do a brush or something.
Yeah.
But typically I don't touch people.
No. I don't like when strangers touch me, so I would never touch a stranger.
Oh, I'm just gonna squeeze right past you. No.
Unnecessary.
Just go on.
Just scoot by. You're probably gonna
Arms up.
You're probably gonna have to touch me anyway with some part of your body. So just don't make it worse.
Also, if you're behind me, butt to butt, homie.
Yeah.
Butt to butt scoot me. Don't front to butt scoot me.
Nope. That's disgusting.
Just don't.
Speaking of touching, this isn't cactus related, but I was in line at Starbucks, as I am 99% of the time.
Yes.
And I had my backpack on, and there were these two girls behind me. And the one girl kept hitting my backpack and pushing me. But it happened 5 or 6 times. I literally had tears in my eyes, and I was like, I think if she pushes my backpack again, I'm gonna scream. I was like, how bumping somebody once,
accident.
somewhat understandable. That was an accident. Like, if I'm not saying, I'm like, I've bumped into people, and it's like, oh, okay, well, now I'm going to be hyper aware of not touching them again.
Mm-hmm.
Some people do not have that ability.
Well, it's like at Starbucks today when we were leaving. People, if you've never been to the Union Starbucks at Purdue University,
Don't go. Don't start.
first of all, don't go. It's not good. They're always busy and they never make your drinks correctly. Although my coffee today turned out
The
pretty
only good thing about it is that it is on the way
to everything.
to everything else.
Yeah.
It's the only reason I go to it.
Take the tunnels because it's cold or windy or raining.
You have
the
to pass it.
If you pass at a time that's not like the
Coffee
20 to
line?
45 minute mark of the hour, there's typically like not a long line. If you come in that like 20-minute mark, you're going to be in line for 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But I was saying, there's a area where people gather to wait for their coffee, and they just stand in your way. Like,
They stand like this, and they're like, I'm not in frame. Hold on. Oh, she got up, and they fucking
sway,
like,
and
go
they
like this.
just,
And I'm
they
like,
act like
"Get
they're the only
out."
people in the world. And today, I wasn't having it. So I walk with my coffee, and I said, "Excuse me."
Well, and also,
And the girl went,
it's like, oh, how
Get out of
dare
my way.
you be in the same plane of existence as me, bitch. It's like, you are,
"How
here's
dare
a
you ask me to
PSA.
move in a public space?"
PSA, you are not the only person that exists on this earth. Get out of my fucking way. I'm the only person that exists, okay? The other day when the girl was bumping into me, I was like, every stranger should stay at least 10 feet away from me at all times, no exceptions. Ding dong, that's
Let's
it.
all pretend that we all have cystic fibrosis and we all need to stay 6 feet apart at all times.
Yeah.
I
Is
just
it
thought of that.
contagious?
Cystic fibrosis?
Yeah.
If you have it, and like if you had it and I had it, if we were within 6 feet of each other, one of us would die.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And that's not, like, it's not like we would die on the spot, but their immune systems are really low. And so, like, it's really easy for them to catch something. And so if one person's carrying, like, a germ and they give it to the other one,
I see.
that person can get really, really sick, and their immune system's already compromised, so it's a really strong chance that they could die. I was just
Okay.
thinking of that new Cole Sprouse movie. 5 feet apart.
Oh. Yeah. Taylor, if you need anything, don't go to WebMD. Talk to Taylor. Do you
Taylor gets a headache and her eye twitches once, and she types it into WebMD and thinks, "Oh, I have cancer."
Literally, okay. So, not to dive in too deep to my anxiety or anything, but like it manifests itself in some very physical ways. And here lately, there've been new physical symptoms that I'm not. Like, I'm not, because normally I'm like, oh, I feel this, I know why, it's because of my anxiety. It's fine. And then I can kind of just calm down and come out of it. Here lately, there's been some new stuff, and I'm like, I think I'm dying. I think I'm going to die. Like, because it's like my hands get sweaty. That's very common. I feel like I'm being choked, and my arms go numb, and I'm convinced that I'm having a heart attack. I'm not. I'm fine, but I'm like, this is it. And that's new. That's a new thing. Because it's not like normally, like, you feel like you're having a heart attack when you have a panic attack, but it's like my heart's not pounding. I just cannot feel my arms. And I feel like, it feels like somebody's like,
Do your eyeballs ever get a heartbeat?
no, but like, I don't know how to, the best way I can describe it is it feels like I'm going to puke out my heart.
Good.
When I'm like almost, it feels like it's like right here, and I'm like,
Fun.
we have a lot of problems. Oh, anyway, it's fine. We're fine. Don't worry.
We'll be all right.
We'll be okay. I was almost like, we're taking care of ourselves. We're fucking not. We're drinking a lot of coffee and trying to handle it.
Coffee. Ooh, I learned how to use a French press this week,
Oh, bitch.
and I just can't stop making coffee. Because it takes 4 minutes to make a cup of coffee.
I should get that because I have an $8. I just looked over. I'm sorry, but I have an $8 coffee pot that is awful, and I need to get something new.
You can have my French press when I'm move out.
Really?
Yeah, because
Okay.
Evan has a Chemex.
Wow.
So I don't need a French press and a Chemex.
Okay.
But I like it.
I kind of just want to get a Keurig again.
No, they're garbage. They make your coffee burnt.
I didn't mind it. But I also haven't
You'll
had
drink
French.
any coffee.
You're right. I don't drink coffee for the taste anymore. I drink it because I have to drink coffee to get to a normal functioning level. It's very bad. I had a vocal screening for my voice class with like the speech pathology people. And they were like, "How much coffee do you drink?" And I told them and they were like, "You should not drink that much." And I was like, "Listen, I could be doing cocaine, all right? It could be worse. Fucking leave me alone. I have this one thing. I drink water and I drink coffee and I drink alcohol sometimes. Let me have this one thing." That's all I'm asking for. And they said that to me with their big turvises of coffee. And I was like,
Homie.
no. And you know what? No, it's fine because I came in and I proved them I had this high range. And they're like, "Oh, your range is wider than like the average female." And I'm like, "That's right. It's the coffee." Fuck off. I'm just kidding. They were wonderful people and they were very nice to me.
Good.
I don't want like my TA to see this and be like, "Don't be mean." I guess he's been following us.
Oh, good.
Because he keeps going, "What's happening to your YouTube videos?" Because like the copyright issues and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't fucking know, man.
Yeah, until YouTube gets their sensitivity meter back down, we'll probably just not put a opening soundbite for
Yeah.
the YouTube video. We can still keep it for the audio version, I suppose, if you
Yeah.
want.
I don't know, because it's like I would export. I'd have to edit 2 separate videos. I mean, I can do that, but
You could export the audio only, and that wouldn't take as long to export.
yeah. But I mean,
Or
I
not.
still have
Doesn't
to edit
matter.
it twice, is what I mean. But I can do that. It's not a
It
big
doesn't
deal.
matter.
We'll see. But yeah,
They've been
YouTube's-
taken down. Like,
they've been taking down everybody's shit.
if somebody sings a little bit of a song in a video,
Mhm.
like in there, like Shane Dawson had a video taken down from forever ago because he sang a song with headphones on in his kitchen,
yeah,
and they took it down.
yeah, it's ridiculous, and it's like the bot. It's not like
Yeah, they're just too sensitive.
yeah. Has YouTube said anything about like fixing that?
I think they're looking into it, but I'm not sure.
Well, they probably don't care.
I think they do care because it's affecting like big name
That's true.
YouTubers.
I know, because I was saying like
As if they.
I was in class and Taylor texted me and she's like, podcast is down.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. And I had like, I wasn't gonna be home for like another like 4 hours or something, and then, but we had audio up, so it's fine. But yeah, we're just probably not gonna have that like intro, so you're gonna have to do your own work and research. Sorry. But
All right, let's stop this.
yeah.
You guys can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, all of the places that you can listen to a podcast or be on the internet at Music Monday Cast.
Put it on my bun. Ding dong.
You're really tiny, like right here.
The whole time.
The whole video just follows your head.
Yeah.
Next week we're doing Solange's new album, so do your research, listen to that.
Come back. Please come back.
That's basically it. Friday Faves playlist. We've taken it down to we're just adding our 2 favorite songs.
Yeah, it was getting a little. It's like I don't find 5 new songs every week.
Yeah.
Like I don't do that. It was a rate that we could not maintain anymore.
And it got to a point where an artist would release a couple singles and I would put those on, and then their album would come out and then we'd review their album, and I had already put our favorite songs on there as singles like 2 weeks prior,
Right.
and it was like everything was just already on there.
Right.
So now we're just doing our favorite songs.
Should we we'll talk about it more later.
That's all.
That's all.
Have a musical Monday.
I love you.
Have a great week. We'll see you next time.
I love you. I love you. Mom.
Allergies.